Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. Before we get started, a big well done to all the Watford travelling support that went up to Turf Moor today. I was watching the game from the comfort of my own home. It looked like we sold out about 3/4 of that Turf Moor away end. So well done and fair play to everyone that travelled up to the game today in very wet, windy and dark conditions just before Christmas as well. So once again, well done to the travelling Watford fans. And unfortunately, you were served up a very subpar Watford FC performance against a side in Burnley who I have to say thoroughly deserved a win and are clearly up there with the likes of Leeds and Sheffield United in terms of the automatic promotion contending teams, I should say, this season. So Burnley, Sheffield United, Leeds, them three teams for me, I think are going to be in the real battle for them top two automatic promotion places. Watford, of course, are trying to stay in the playoff race. At the moment, we're just about doing so, but a point on the road today would have been really, really fantastic. And I just felt at times today through poor performances from individuals and as a collective team as well, I felt we left it too late. Too little too late is the classic saying in football. And Watford got a good goal back through Kwadwo Baah, who was a real bright spark down that right hand side. I thought he had a really good second half, as did a number of Watford players actually. In the second half, the performance level did seem to improve a few levels. However, as I said, it's too little too late. Burnley ultimately had more quality than us. Their first goal, Anthony, I thought was a really good finish early on in that first half. I think they scored about 11 or so minutes into the match. And then the second goal, Josh Brownhill, I think it was Musa Sissoko who lost his man. Brownhill again, a fantastic finish into the far corner. I think is their top goal scorer this season as well. Of course, Baah got that goal back around the 80-minute mark. And at that point, I got quite excited and thought Watford could mount a comeback. We just committed lots of silly fouls. Musa Sissoko was the main culprit for that. Sissoko seems to have completely lost his legs actually as the season has gone on. He started the season okay actually, Musa Sissoko. He looked like a real unit in that midfield, but he certainly looks like he should be in a retirement home for footballers at the moment. He really is getting torn to shreds. And I've seen some match analysts on social media saying that opposition, pre-match analysts are actually targeting Sissoko specifically because he is such a weak point in our midfield. And for a captain to put in such, lazy, lethargic, lackadaisical performances, I think is a real shame. Daniel Batman today, I hate to call the same players out week in, week out. However, his distribution today was really, really poor. I didn't think he could have done much for the goals itself, but his distribution today, especially in the second half, I mean, he was constantly kicking balls out of play, numerous times in a row, never finding a Watford player at all. So, something for Dan Batman to work on as well. Yasser Larouchi, again, at left back. I'm not a huge fan of that signing either. It's not just because of the game today, but looking at his performances over the past weeks and months since he's been at the club. Going forward, Larouchi looks quite exciting at times, but defensively, again, getting torn to shreds in that first half. And Burnley probably should have scored, 3, 4, even 5 goals today if they were a bit more clinical. So lots to work on. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments section down below. We now look ahead to Boxing Day, where Watford are set to face Portsmouth, who actually had a big win themselves today, as I record this, a 4-1 win at home over Coventry City. So again, Portsmouth are a team who are languishing towards the bottom end of the table, but they'll be full of confidence coming off the back of that big win against Coventry. So a tough test at Vicarage Road. Every game's a tough test. You would say it's an easier run of fixtures coming up now. I don't want to jinx this too much, but Portsmouth, Cardiff and QPR, albeit QPR is away from home, you'd hope Watford would at least pick up 2 wins out of them 3 games. If we really want to challenge for the playoffs, you'd really want to be picking up 9 points from 9 if we're going to be a serious contender this season. Of course, the squad is going to have to be utilised, rotated. There'll be injuries. We'll get stretched at times as well. But I have full faith in Tom Cleverley and the coaching staff that they'll be able to manage this tricky Christmas period. I think we have 5 games in the next 15 days. So, expect squad rotation, expect mistakes, expect goals, expect entertainment. But most of all, of course, continue supporting the Golden Boys. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.